Senator Lindsey Graham joins me now. Senator, you are a powerful man in a powerful institution. You got the Congress has the power of the purse. You guys have subpoena power. You can move the feds into action. What needs to be done here?
Well, I think the Department of Justice needs to investigate where the money's coming from. There's two classes of people here. Anti-Semites. If you say we are Hamas and you mean it, then you're a religious Nazi. If you say we are Hamas and you don't know what Hamas is all about, you're a dumbass. So there's dumbasses and there's terrorist sympathizers. And how do you fix this? When in November? Here's what I can promise you. If Donald Trump were president of the United States, his attorney general would be all over this. These college presidents would be under the gun to stop this crap.
Yeah, some of them are dumbasses because they can't even spell Palestine. We saw that right there in red graffiti. We just heard on Bret Baier's show from one of your colleagues in the Senate, John Fetterman. Yeah, your favorite friend in the Senate. Here's what Senator Fetterman had to say. Listen.
I'm not even sure what they're really, protesting about. If you ask them, they're not really sure. They can't, and now they're not talking about ceasefires anymore. It's actually working against peace in Gaza. And Hamas is convinced that they've won the PR war, and they keep seeing all these kinds of protests across the nation on these campuses. And it's not helpful, but it's actually works against peace. It's not grassroots. It's just paid kinds of agitation.
So Fetterman gets it, but Schumer's quiet. And Hillary's quiet. She's a professor at Columbia. Barack Obama, who went to Columbia, Senator, hasn't said a thing about what's going on. Why are these Democrats so silent?
They're afraid of the Hamas wing of the Democratic Party, and John Fetterman's not. These people are not protesting to have a better life for the Palestinians. They're protesting to make sure we kill all the Jews. Guess what? Israel's not going to go down without a fight. Here's what I want people to understand. If Biden has, in fact, restricted weapons, put a hold on weapons to Israel to defend itself, or withheld ammunition, that is a strategic mistake for the ages. It makes terrorists more likely to keep fighting. It puts Israel at a very big disadvantage. They're under siege. So if the Biden administration, after giving this speech, if Joe Biden has in fact withheld ammunition and weapons to the Jewish state to defend itself from religious Nazis trying to destroy all the Jews in Israel, that is a low point in an administration where you think there is no bottom.
Yeah, they impeached Trump for delaying aid, and that was for political purposes.
Absolutely.
They said this is also for political purposes because this is eating away at its base in Michigan and elsewhere. Right now, we're looking at massive protests that are forming outside the New York City Public Library. Senator, if you see someone with a headband that's green and says Hamas. Now, do you remember back in the day, we never even saw any Trump supporters with Russian paraphernalia. If anybody had been wearing a Putin mask or a Russian headband, the FBI would have been knocking at their door. Why is there no interest in the foreign nexus here?
Because the left wing of the Democratic Party is sympathizing with Hamas and the Palestinians and supporting the destruction of Israel. If a MAGA hat was out there somewhere, you'd have a 5-alarm fire. If a PTA, you had somebody who wanted to take a book out of the library, that's a threat to democracy. You've got people waving ISIS flags, wearing paraphernalia of Hamas, walking up and down the street, and not one Democratic official is saying shame on you other than John Fetterman.
They have... If this was World War II, you wouldn't be wearing Nazi stuff in Manhattan, or if this was War on Terror, you're not wearing an ISIS ball cap. I mean, they have hostages, American hostages right now.
Don't try this crap in South Carolina. It won't go over well. But I really want the Biden administration to answer the question, are you slow walking weapons to Israel? Are you stopping the ammunition transfers? Do you have a policy of restricting weapons and ammunition to Israel? If you do, you need to admit you do and let a guy like me to respond in kind. This is the worst possible signal to send to all the bad guys that America would be withholding weapons and ammunition to the Jewish state who's under siege on multiple fronts. That is just inciting more violence. Saudi Arabia, if you're thinking about doing a defense agreement with the Biden administration, you need to think long and hard if, in fact, Biden's withholding weapons.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Peter Doocy to get some answers from Binder tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not holding our breath, Senator. Thank you so much. Tell everybody in South Carolina I said hi. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.